Hey everyone, so for today's tutorial I thought that I would do a video on this eye look right here. I really like how this eye look came out, and I actually did it using my BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette. I got this in the mail the other day and I just knew I had to make a video on it, and this is what I came up with, and I really like this look, so I hope you guys enjoy it too. So I went ahead and did one eye off camera, and then now I'm going to do the other eye with you guys on camera, and I also went ahead and did my eyebrows. As you already know, I'm going to be using the Take Me Back to Brazil palette by BH Cosmetics, and this is what the palette looks like. It has like a variety of colorful shades, and I really like that it has a mirror right there. I'm not normally used to using colorful colors, but I actually really like this palette. So now I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first brush I'm going to be using is this Wet n Wild brush, and I am going to be going in with this yellow right here, and then I am going to mix it with that yellow right there. And then I'm just going to put this all over in my crease. And I should mention that because these colors are so light, it doesn't really matter if you get it anywhere above your crease, because essentially I'm going to blend all the way up anyways. And also because they're so light, you're going to have to go back in a few times to really build up and get the color that you want. So you're going to see me go back into the palette and then back to blending a few times. Okay, so this is kind of what I'm working with for right now. Now what I'm gonna do is now I am going to go in with an orange shade, and I'm gonna first start off with this shade right here. I wish these had names. So I'm gonna start with this shade right here, and then I'm gonna go in with that shade, but I'll do one at a time. So right now I'm gonna go in with the lighter one using the same brush. I'm just gonna blend this into my crease. Okay, now I'm going to go in with a little bit of the darker one. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is going in with a Morphe M441 brush. I am going to be slowly building up the pink shades. I'm going to start with this color right here, and again I'm using the Morphe M441 brush. Now I'm gonna go in with this darker pink right here, tap in with the same brush, and then I'm gonna blend that out. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with this pink right here with the same brush, the M441, and repeat the same steps again. I'm just slowly building up the colors. I didn't want to go straight into one color because I wanted it to be as blended out as possible. I'm now gonna go in with this purple shade right here, And I'm still using the M441 brush. Top off the excess. Blend. So now I'm gonna go in with this dark purple, do the same technique again. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back into this yellow and this darker orange, and I'm going to blend this out. So now at this point what I'm going to do is I'm going to be cutting my crease, and I used my Tarte Shape Tape concealer, and I'm using this Wet n Wild concealer brush, and I'm just going to be cutting my crease. So this is the cut crease, and I actually think that this eye look would look like really pretty on its own, just, you know, pink shades, and then like you can maybe add like a hot pink at the end right here and like blend it all out, and have this part be all white. I think that would look really nice, but that's not what I'm going for today. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take any white shadow that you have, and you're gonna set the inner portion of your eyes. So the white eyeshadow that I'm using comes from this Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. So I'm gonna be taking the shade Day, and I'm just gonna kind of like set that part. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back into my palette, and I'm gonna add some colors to my lid. The first color that I'm going to be adding is this yellow right here. I'm just using a Wet n Wild flat shader brush. This is the same brush I used also for my white eyeshadow. I'm actually going to go in with a little bit of this one mixed with that one, just to get a little bit more pigment and yellow color to it. Okay, so now the next shade that I'm gonna get is this one right here. Using the same brush, I'm gonna go a little bit over the yellow and then drag it out. I'm gonna go with a little bit of this one over that pink that I just put. Now the next shade that I'm gonna get is this dark one right here. And now this I'm putting like in the outer portion of my eye. Now I'm gonna go back in with all the colors again and start over. So starting with the yellow. And the pinks. And the purple. So this is basically what the eye look is kind of, you know, looking like. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a wipe and I'm gonna wipe away any excess that I have. Alright, now I'm going to be moving on to the face, and I am going to be priming with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. And normally I use my Too Faced primer, but I wanted to try something new and something that was hydrating. So yeah, so I'm using this and we'll see how it goes. Alright, now for foundation, I'm going to be going in with the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I am in the shade Valencia. This is actually a little bit darker than me, but I knew that I was going to get tanner by the time like summer ended or whatever, so I wanted to have a foundation that would match me when I got there. So yeah, so I'm using this. I'm just dotting this all over my face. And then I'm going to use my Morphe M439 brush to blend this all out. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my sponge and just kind of make sure it all melts together. So now for concealer, I'm going to be going in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and then I'm going to blend it out with the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. And I'm also actually going to mix in a little bit of the shade Light Sand because I want it to be a little bit more brightening. So. Alright. I'm going to use my sponge to blend this out. I'm going to go in with my Kat Von D setting powder and my Eco Tools beauty sponge, and I'm going to set that concealer. Alright, now that I have that going, I'm also going to conceal a little bit on my chin and a little bit on my forehead. Alright, so while I let my powder sit for a little bit and bake, I'm going to start bronzing my face. For bronzer, I am going to use my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Okay, so now I'm going to dust away my excess powder. Now I'm going to bake the bottom part of my contour. like that, and then I kind of like to bring it up a little bit so that it gives me like that rounded out cheekbone. Alright, now I don't want to let that sit for too long, so I'm going to quickly dust it off with my Real Techniques setting brush. Alright, now I'm going to move on to applying some blush. And for blush, I'm going to be using the Morphe, I think this is the 8W Warm Master palette, and I'm going to be using, I think I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's called MUA. And then I'm going to use this brush, which is like my designated blush brush, to apply it. Now I'm gonna go back to the eyes and I'm gonna smoke out my bottom lash line. I am going to be using a pencil brush, and the first shade that I'm gonna go in with is I think I'm gonna go with this shade right here, that one. And then I'm gonna go in with the dark purple that we used before and apply that over top. Alright, so now that I have that done, I'm going to set my face before applying highlight, and I am going to use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I really like how this smells. It smells so freaking good. Alright, and for highlight, I am going to go in with my Anastasia palette, and I'm going to go in with the shade Glow Glitter and a mixture of Forever Young. And I am going to use the Morphe M510 brush to apply this. I don't want like a crazy highlight today, I just want something, oh, never mind, I guess we're going with the crazy highlight today. Okay, that works. Okay, now I'm actually gonna also apply highlight under my brow bone. I'm gonna go in with the white shade Forever Lit. Okay, now I'm gonna set my face once more just because I'm extra, but yeah. I like just want all the products to like melt in together really nicely. So that's why I did it one last time after applying my highlight. I'm gonna apply my bottom lash mascara. Okay, so now that we're done with all of that, I'm gonna go in with my lip product. I've never used this color before, but maybe it'll be nice. This is the Bite Beauty lip crayon in the shade Glace. I think that's how you pronounce it. It looks like this. So that is the lip. I actually really like this color. and I think it goes really well with this makeup look, or eye look I should say. So yeah, this is the Bite Beauty Lip Crayon in the shade Glaze. Alright you guys, this is pretty much it for the video. I really like how this look turned out. I really like the lip and how it matches with the eyeshadow. Overall, I think that the palette is really good. I haven't tried the rest of the shades, but I will soon. Right now I only tried, you know, the orange, pink, and the purpley shades, but I'm sure the rest of the shades will be great as well. Yeah, so this is basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching.